Hello everybody. October has been quite an eventful month. I've had a couple of really lovely successful trips. I went to Portugal at the beginning for a leadership retreat run by Nicholas Wilton and his partner Cherie, and it was absolutely amazing. I can't tell you how amazing it was. It was life-changing. It was a leadership retreat, so we were learning all about different things, but it was based on the chakras, and it was also very much a creative leadership retreat. So there was a lot of painting. I'm going to show you some of the paintings that I did, which I absolutely loved. You know, I'm not a painter. I'm whatever I put my mind to be, but I don't feel as comfortable with a paintbrush in my hand as I feel with a pencil in my hand. However, I had the most amazing time. I met some incredible people. And it was a week I will never ever forget. It was literally life-changing. So, learned a lot of things more about me. You know how much I love my self-development and how I'm very reflective and all of that kind of stuff. And it was just amazing. It was absolutely brilliant. I've had my hair smoothed. So I came back from two quite warm, humid countries. Austin in America in September, and then Portugal. And my hair literally was just like a big frizz ball. So I went and had it sorted last week. So it's a lot better. It's still in the very flat, pancakey stage, but it looks shiny and much healthier than it did. So I'm quite pleased with that. Although the smoothing does make it go very, it strips all of the colour. So I had to go back the next day and have a colour put in. So I did have a day of looking very ginger. Nothing wrong with that at all. But it's not how I prefer to sort of like be a little bit more browny. But yeah, so I've done that. We are very busy on the back end of my business. So the front end of my business, the membership, all going really well. I've got some lovely projects ongoing. I've got a big project going at the moment, which I'm quite excited about, that will be coming out in November. I'll be able to share in November. And we've been doing all sorts within the business. I'm actually moving platforms for a few different things. So I'm kind of moving my email deliverability to a different platform. I hadn't realised quite how technical and incredibly in-depth email marketing is. Obviously, of course it's in-depth, but I hadn't realised there were so many things to consider. So I'm working with an expert in the email field, who is giving me all of this lowdown as to what I should and shouldn't put in emails and how I should structure them and all of that kind of thing. So it's a brilliant learning curve for me. And it's really interesting to see, also learn a little bit about the psychology of email too. So I'm doing quite a lot with that. We're moving one system over to another system. So we've had lots of, I've had to do a lot of work on looking at my sequences and my tags and all of the stuff that kind of makes everything work in the background. So I've been really busy. That's been quite a few interesting conversations that I've had this month as well. October has been very much about my business and what's going on in the back end, and my team and all of that kind of thing. So I love learning new things. I do love change. And yeah, it's been quite exciting. And actually, the week I had in Portugal has sort of brought me back a little bit to my roots and brought me back a little bit to why I do what I do. And that's been really exciting as well. So paintings that I did, I've got a few things to show you actually. So I'll show you that one last. So I've got this one here. They're not anything, but they ended up looking a bit landscapey. So there's this one here, which I really like. I love the colours in that. And it's funny, in all of my paintings that I did, and I did 9 in total over the week, I used orange in every single one of them, which is interesting. This one, I love doing this one. This one was actually done with the second one next to it. This one was done mostly with my fingers, and I just had my fingers in the paint. I was just spreading it everywhere. I really liked it. Oh, just knocked something off the table. And then this one, I think, just finding a, was my favourite. So I really liked this one. This one, to begin with, was just I think it was red. So I'd done it, and it was like quite reddy. And then a couple of days later, I was like, no, don't like that, and painted over the top of it. So I had a really, really fabulous time and really loved it. And it was very freeing, you know, not having to, well, I've got a cold now as well, and this silly cough. So quite freeing, and not having to sort of think about what I was doing. That was the whole point about it, you know, just letting yourself go. And, you know, it was really, really good. So I'm not going to go on for too long because my voice is disappearing, and I have got some live streams to do this week and some videos and stuff. But I just wanted to share another couple of things. You might have seen them on social media. So I wanted to do some seasonal pieces, which I think worked really well. And I also wanted to do some tutorials that were much smaller and were sort of quite fun. So I'm going to be releasing these to my students, not with the same imagery because the imagery is copyrighted, but I'll find something that's similar. But you know, they only took about 40 minutes to do, and they were really fun. So I've got my little spooky ghost dog there. He's so cute. And then I've also got my little kitten in a cauldron. So another really cute one. And I've been trying some new things out on social media with them as well. So, you know, all to try and kind of drum up a, you know, new audience, new engagement, all of that kind of thing. But had an awful lot of fun at the same time doing it. And like I say, they only took about 40 minutes to do. Not super realistic, but, you know, they were just really fun to do. So I'm going to be releasing those for my members. And I've also got another one I'll be releasing for them as well, which I've been doing for a big company, which will be, I think, coming out next week. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And everybody's well here. We've got some nice weather at the back. We can see the sheep in the field. Yeah, the rain has stopped, thank goodness. It's been really, really rainy here. Yeah, so everything's going really well. I've got I think I've got 3 commissions left to do before the end of the year, which is good. So I've got to crack on with those. And I'm sort of looking for my next new big piece that's going to be a big learning curve for me as well. And yeah, all is well with the world.